Testing. All right. Oh, shoot. All right. What's up, guys? Guys, we have an issue here in Colorado that's still developing. I'm hearing a lot going on with this transfer portal talk that we're gonna get into. Can Coach Prime bounce back from this? He's taking a huge hit here. I don't think so. There's a lot of players that's entering this transfer portal that are surprising, and we're gonna listen to a little bit what Uncle Neely is saying because I consider him an insider for Colorado football because I'm not there and I don't know exactly what their philosophy is, but you could kind of figure out some of their philosophy by some of the people that hang around the organization. That's where you could kind of like gauge it a little bit. And I'm a little concerned about what I'm a little concerned about what Neely said here in his presentation. I'm a little bit concerned because they're making it seem like it's just the players are all leaving for the money. I'm seeming to think that there's something wrong here. Now, with other players around the nation, you're gonna have people that leave for the money. You're gonna have people that are getting better opportunities somewhere else. That's mean we know that it's happening with every program right now. And wait till the playoffs finish. You're gonna have some players leaving the teams then. You know, they might have a better opportunity somewhere else as far as more money is concerned. Excuse me, I'm tired. I just need to get this out. But this situation, I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna replace all those people and be prepared for. I don't know. This is it's a concern here because I don't really care about the outside chatter. I want to hear what the inner circle is saying. So Neely is part of that inner circle, and we're gonna listen to a little bit what he's saying, and I'm gonna react to it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna react to this. Now listen to what he's saying now.
Portal and it's early December, it's mid December, it's late December, whichever part of December it is, the portal hadn't even opened yet, which means they're going to always be more names going in it than coming out of it because the process has yet to even start. But I want to start right here as it relates to Colorado and transfer portal. What has happened to date that Coach Prime didn't tell you was going to happen? He said it in September. He said it in October. He said it in November. That when we get to December in the off season, people are going to be leaving here. And the super majority of those people, I'm talking 95%, are going to be leaving for a bigger bag. We got to understand, particularly folks got a little gray hair like I do. This ain't transferring in 1990. This ain't transferring in the year 2000. This is 2025. This is business now. This isn't, oh, I don't like the coach. Oh, I don't want to be treated the way they treat me. This doesn't mean something is wrong. These are business decisions now. But
All right. It was business decisions back in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, but they just didn't have what you call on the transfer portal. No, people left for other money. They were getting paid back in the day. They were just getting paid under the table. People were getting paid. Um, it's not like how it is now, like people leaving and playing musical chairs with teams. But he's saying that 90% of the players leaving is because of money. Um, okay, so they're leaving because of money. But the thing is, how are you going to build your foundation though? If all these players are leaving, because now I'm hearing that there's 15 more people, guys, that are getting ready to hit the portal, but they haven't said it yet. That's a lot. That's a huge hit. They're gonna have a complete roster overhaul again. And we know from history, when they had the first roster overhaul, they only won 3 games that upcoming season. I mean, 4 games that upcoming season. In the second year, they got to a bowl game. You know, when you take a huge roster hit like that, it's hard to get it to work right away. So they're already saying that a lot of these players are leaving for money, which means they're putting it all on the players right now. So I want to know are the coaches at fault as well? Like, what's going on here? What's going on here? Because you're also losing some cornerstone players. Now, Uncle Neely said that, well, we're gonna hear what he's saying in a second. I'm just gonna get my reaction. I know that's why coaches want changes to the portal. I mean, don't get me wrong, this portal is not for the faint of heart. Let's listen to what he's saying here.
But what we like to do is run with the narrative that woe is me, something must be wrong, something must be going on. How are all these people leaving? Have you ever stopped to say, what am I actually losing by those people leaving? Have you ever looked at the numbers, production wise, of who's announced that they're getting up out of here and what you're actually losing by them leaving? And not only.
Now, watch what he say. Now, this is very concerning now. He's saying that some of the players that's entering the portal, they're not losing much. That's very concerning now. It's very, very, very concerning. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if they don't get some of these players back, because they could still get some of the players back. And they got Jeremiah Brown out of the transfer portal. Remember, Jeremiah Brown hit the transfer portal and they got him out. So can you do the same thing for Tafiq Byard? Can you figure out how you can get him out the transfer portal? Because you're losing a lot with him. But I'm gonna respond to what he's saying in a second. He's saying something. Now watch this.
What you're losing from a production standpoint, is it replaceable via the portal? And in this business economy in college football, is it replaceable cheaper? I would wager to say the answer is yes in all regards. Like Coach Prime said, every now and then a guy catches you off guard that hits the portal, but pretty much before the fans know it, the coaches knew it, the players knew it. Conversations have been held about it. It's no secret in the building. It just becomes an issue outside the building because people hear these names and they fall in love with these players that the program created, players that you knew nothing about, didn't know their names, didn't know their stat history until they got to a Colorado, and then they were coached up, emerged, and blossomed. And now you know them. You're like, oh my God, what are we going to do without him? The panic sets in.
You hear what he's saying? You see how he's saying it? We made these players and this and that, and they're going off to get another bag. Something wrong here. Something is definitely wrong. I'm not afraid to say it. Something is definitely wrong in that locker room. Something is definitely wrong. You are losing a lot. He's not going to sit here and tell me they're not losing a lot. Yes, they are. And he's saying some of these players could be replaced by somebody cheaper. So they are having a money issue. He said, well, we're going to try to get some of these players and replace them with somebody cheaper. Sir, you have not replaced Chidozie yet. Y'all have not replaced him. Chidozie has not been replaced. He has not been replaced. So you can't just, you can replace people in the transfer portal, but that doesn't mean it's going to work out. They have not replaced Chidozie yet in the transfer portal. But they're saying that they can go get some players and get them at a cheaper price. This ain't going to work, guys. I can already tell you it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So don't sit here and get your hopes up for next season, because this I can tell by the way he talking something's wrong. Listen. Yeah.
But it's no surprise to the coaching staff. In fact, I will tell y'all this. A lot of these players that you see leaving, a lot of these coaches and staff people that you see leaving, they were shown the portal door.
Did you hear him? He said a lot of these players that you see leaving, they have been shown the portal door. They have been shown it. No, they have not replaced Hood. They have not replaced him yet. And he was the replacement for Travis. They had a replacement for Travis, but they let him hit the portal. Okay? They're not going to replace Draylon Miller because they had already identified he's like a Deebo Samuel. That's a very rare type of player when you compare him to Deebo Samuel. That's very rare. You're not going to replace that. You're not going to replace that. But they're saying that they can replace it at a cheaper price. Then listen what he's saying.
You ever think about that? This team won 3 games last year, and everybody asked for changes to be made. Everybody asked for differences. What are we going to do differently going forward? We give up 50 points in back-to-back games, and you see defensive players leaving, and now it's woe is me. What are we going to do?
Yeah, what are we going to do? Because that wasn't Tafik Bayard's problem that y'all gave up that many runs. That wasn't on him. He was one of the shining stars on your team, and you lost him. That is a big hit. You're not going to replace Tafik. You're not going to replace him because there's only one Tafik in this world. You're not replacing him. You're not going to replace it. Now, you can replace his production, but you're going to have to get lucky and do it. And it's going to require some money. For you to get somebody like that plays like Tafik Bayard in a portal, you spending close to $1 million. Yes, you are. You're not replacing that. You're trying to go for the cheap. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I challenge you to look at the production of those defensive players leaving and tell me is it not replaceable in the portal that is yet to open. The other thing that y'all have to consider is the financial implications of the portal and the budget of a team. Show me someone who's departed a team and is worth $500,000 to keep them. Just throwing that.
He said, show someone that has departed a team that's worth $500,000 to keep him. Caleb Downs. Oh, let's go back. Let's hear what he's saying again.
Implications of the portal and the budget of a team. Show me someone who's departed a team and is worth $500,000 to keep them.
Caleb Downs. He departed Alabama, and he's worth every bit of it. Caleb Downs. There's a lot of players out there that depart. Isaiah Bond, when he left Alabama to go to Texas, he's worth the money. C. Hood is worth $1 million. No, he's worth $1 million. C. Hood was worth $1 million. Yes, I don't think he quite understand football. Let me tell you this. I can't sit down here and break the X's and O's down to you. I actually could if I wanted to. If I really got out the playbook, I actually could, but I don't want to do that. But I'm more like a general manager. I could put a team together. What I'm telling you right now is they're in serious trouble. Hill Green was worth the money. Yes, Hill Green is worth the money. Y'all have not even replaced Levante Bentley yet. Y'all haven't replaced. Actually, you guys probably did. But the head coach clowned the dude in the press conference. He clowned him. Somebody that was giving his all and giving production, they didn't see value in this player. Guys, they lost the locker room. I can tell you they did. Y'all general manager, whoever the general manager is there, y'all tripping. He need to be fired. Whoever y'all general manager is tripping. The general manager is tripping. I would have sat that team down after that first game they lost. You remember when they replaced Staub and them? I would have sat the team down then. Without the coaches. It would just be me and the team. I need y'all to talk to me. You know what I would tell them? You got my word that this is not going to go back to the coaches. Y'all need to talk to me. How can we get this locker room back? Because we need y'all. You guys are very important. You guys are just not numbers here. You guys came here, and I'd like to thank you guys for coming here. You guys came to help. I need to know what's going on with you guys. I can tell you that didn't happen. So he said that name one person that left. I guess he's talking about Colorado. He's not talking about college football. He's speaking specifically to Colorado. Which player left and they were worth 500,000? Hill Green was worth $1 million. C Hood was worth $1 million, or well, close to it if you could pay him that. Okay. Those are two big players y'all left that y'all lost and y'all didn't replace.
Just throwing that number at you. 4 pass deflections worth 500,000? Or can we pick up 4 pass deflections, pass breakup somewhere else? 1 interception worth 500,000?
He talking about Taufeeq now, because Taufeeq had 1 interception this year. This is bad, guys. This is real bad. Hey, Taufeeq, if you ever listen to this, I really appreciated watching you this year. I really appreciated watching you, and I'm going to follow you wherever you go, because I know you bound for the SEC. I know you are. And somebody had to say he's going to be on a Power 4 team. You got to be crazy. This kid is a SEC player. You crazy. Wherever he goes, I hope you get your money. And at some point, you will make the NFL with your brother. At some point, you will be there with your brother in the NFL. At some point, I don't know what he's talking about. And listen, on behalf of somebody that covered Colorado football, I appreciated you playing. I appreciate that interception. You know why? You know why I appreciate that interception? Because you did it with one hand. You could have easily sat out for the rest of the year and then went somewhere else, but you didn't do that. I appreciate you. I know Neely don't, but I appreciate you. I appreciate what you did, man. You played with one hand and got that interception. So when he's saying, is that worth 500,000, sir, you worth a lot more. And you're going to get more than 500,000 if you go to one of them SEC schools. I guarantee you'll get more than 500,000. You heard what he said? Listen again. Is that worth 1 intercept? Is that worth that? Yeah.
Just throwing that number at you. 4 pass deflections worth 500,000? Or can we pick up 4 pass deflections, pass breakup somewhere else? 1 interception worth 500,000? I don't know. You tell me. Or can we pick up 1 interception?
Yeah, Taufeeq is worth more than 500,000. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Guys, they done, yo. I'm just telling y'all that. I'm just telling you, I'm an older man, and I see things for what it is. And when I really lock in and try to read a situation, I'm almost 75% right. Something is wrong here. Yes, he gave maximum effort. He played with a broken hand, and he cared. And he trying to say, is that worth 500,000? Yeah, it is. Yeah, he is, actually. Because you need more. Now that you have him on the foundation, you need more. Yes, he will be missed. And I really appreciate that kid. I really appreciated him, man, because even when they were losing, he still played hard. Even when they were losing. And that other linebacker, I appreciated you too, man. I know you got clowned in the press conference, but you were one of the best linebackers they had on the team. And these coaches sitting up there laughing at you. Yeah, he repeating what Coach Prime is saying. He's in Coach Prime inner circle. Yes, he's repeating it. And if he's not, then Coach gonna have to talk to him. Coach will have to talk to him like, bro, be quiet on this one. Be quiet on this one. See, I'm not one of them people that commentate on a team. I'm not afraid to say how I see it. Guys, they saying at least 15 people right now that the coaches don't even think is leaving that's getting ready to go in the transfer portal. At least 15. So they will, that number when they said they had to replace about 60, they're about right on that. It's going to be close to like 60. And then I heard some of these players leaving, it wasn't because of the money. Wasn't because of the money, that's what they're saying. Yeah, I was right. Absolutely. I've been right for the past couple years that I've been covering this team. Absolutely right. I have been. And I'm not even there. If I was there, I would really tell y'all. So you're lucky I'm not there. Yeah, I would really tell you. I would really tell you. Yeah. I was right about Kermani when everybody said he was garbage. I was right about that. I was right about Benson too. Yeah, I was right. I said no, Kermani's not garbage. Kermani is going to be a premier player one day. He just he needs a couple years. Everybody's not right. Why everybody kept calling him garbage. He's not garbage. Well, whoever the podcast is that blame the recruiter, whoever the recruiter is, well, one of the recruiters are leaving. Two of them left. The young lady left too. You said it's hard to build a winning culture when you have 15 players leaving yet. No, it's not 15 players. It's 60. No, don't count 60 because some of the players, some of the seniors are leaving. But when you have to replace 60 year after year, yeah, it's hard to win that way. You said I don't think he's repeating. He's a fan. Hold on. No, he's more than just a fan. He hangs around. He's in Coach Prime inner circle. You talking about Neely? I'm listening. What we're listening to right now is Uncle Neely. Uncle Neely is not a fan. He hangs around the inner circle. He hangs around the inner circle. He just said, "Do you think this kid is worth 500,000?" Yes, he is worth 500,000. I don't care what y'all saying. Taufiq is worth 500,000. I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to bat for Taufiq right now, like I did Kermani when everybody said he was garbage. And I said last year I said I can't believe Hood. Why is he hitting the transfer portal? You know what I thought last year, guys? I actually thought Hood was a junior. I thought he was going to the draft. I said, "Oh, Hood ain't coming back." Somebody told me he's not coming back. I said, "Oh, he must be going to the draft." And they said, "No, he went to Tennessee." Dude, I almost fell out my seat. I said, dude, he's an NFL player. I know he said he needed to mature. Even he said it. But he was a hard worker, though. Yeah, 1 million if you ask me too, Just Hove. I'm with you. You said Neely not a fan. Yeah, he's in the program. He's in inner circle. I guess y'all didn't realize I would listen to Uncle Neely. Don't get me wrong, nothing is perfect. No situation is perfect. So you can't, and let me just say this. I do know that each program lose players because we're seeing it with the quarterback now at Arizona State. But what did I tell y'all after that game? After the Arizona State game, what that coach did? What did I tell you when who did he grab? Did he grab Taufiq? He grabbed somebody and he was in their ear during the game. I saw it. I said he's in this kid's ear already. And then at the end of the game, I saw him doing it again. Hey man, good game, man. I like what I'm saying. He's not the only coach that liked what he saw in Taufiq. He's not the only one. But Byard is worth it. But Neely said he's not though. Even though he didn't say he's not, he said, "Well, do you think that's worth 500,000?" Um, how many receptions? He said it's 40 receptions. We're five. How many receptions did Miller have? Anybody know? Hold on, let me check. Omarion. How many receptions did Omarion Miller accumulate at the University of Colorado at Boulder? Sometimes this don't give me the right stats. Let me see. Okay, he talking about Omarion because he got 66 receptions over 3 seasons. He's talking about Omarion. He's just not saying their names. So let me hear him again. He talking about Tafiq. Yes, he's worth 500,000 or more.
I don't know. You tell me.
No, sir. What he don't understand is you have to build a foundation. Are some of these players going to hit the transfer portal? Of course they are. Of course they are. But you need to retain most of that foundation because they're not there yet to be the next man up. They're not there yet. They haven't developed their seniors for their freshmen for 2 or more years yet. 3 years yet. They're not there yet. They're still bringing in people. They're losing a bunch of people. Let's bring some more. Let's bring some more. Let's lose them. Let's bring some more. You're not gonna win like that in Power 5. You're not gonna win you'll win like that probably at Jackson State, but you're not gonna win like that at the Power 5 level. You're not doing it. You're not gonna do it. You're not going to do it. Amarion averaged 20 yards per catch. That's a phenomenal average. He gonna go get $1 million somewhere now. Yes, thank you for putting that out there. He averaged 20 yards per catch. That's amazing. That's amazing. You said buyer NIL value is $375K. I'm pretty sure it's now double. Well, not yet. He hasn't signed on with a team yet. But yes, that's gonna go up for sure. It's gonna go up. And if all he was asking for was well, that's a lot. If he asking for $500K, if he was, I don't know if he was. If he was, no, sir. Hit the portal, you'll get more. You definitely get more if they don't give it to you. You definitely will get more than 500K. He definitely will. And the fact of the matter, in his bloodline, his brother's in the NFL. That says something. He has a bloodline in the NFL. And I'm starting to identify him. Somebody told me, it was like, bro, he kind of like the honey badger a little bit. I said, you know what? I went back and just started looking at him again. I said, you might be right. You might be right. That's a lot saying that he's comparable to Tyrann Mathieu. Because that's future NFL right there. But he plays hard though. He plays hard. He put his body on the line. He plays hard, even though when they were losing. He was the one that cared on that sidelines. Yeah, he worth 500,000 for sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on.
Are those numbers replaceable and replaceable at a lower cost? Because I will tell you guys this.
Hold on.
Stop the press breaking.
Wait a minute. Y'all not hearing it. Hold on 1 second. Y'all got to hear this. Hold on. Y'all got to hear what he's saying.
In the portal that is yet to open. The other thing that y'all have to consider is the financial implications of the portal and the budget of a team. Show me someone who's departed a team and is worth 500,000 to keep them. Just throwing that number at you.
Okay, he's talking about a team. He didn't say Colorado. He said, show me somebody that has departed a team that's worth 500,000. Caleb Downs, when he left Alabama. Caleb Downs. There's a lot of players out there that I can name that's worth 500,000. And they got the 500,000. I mean, Shedeur and them got their money. Other players got to eat too. Jordan Seaton got his money. You paying him millions of dollars. You sitting up here. You can't pay. You can't make Tafiq Byard happy. You're going to lose your locker room. Y'all not winning. Maybe y'all don't have the money, but y'all not gonna win. You got to make sure that locker room is comfortable. I'm sorry. Let's listen to him.
4 pass deflections worth 500,000, or can we pick up 4 pass deflections, pass breakup somewhere else? 1 interception worth 500,000. I don't know.
He talking about Tafiq. Yes, because he has a huge ceiling. Okay. Yes, he's worth it.
or can we pick up one interception somewhere else? Are 40 receptions worth 500,000? I don't know. You tell me. Or can we pick up 40 receptions somewhere else? When you begin to do a deep dive,
you may not replace Omarion. Y'all may not. You may not replace him. We will see if you guys get some receivers in the transfer portal to replace Omarion. That's yet to be seen. We'll see. You guys are known to get good receivers anyway, so you might replace Omarion. But you're not building a foundation, because what does that do? Where does that leave the locker room? You guys have like 70% new faces a year. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's not sustainable in this Power 5.
On the totality of the players who have announced they're going into the portal, and look at the impact production they had on a game-by-game basis or a season basis, you have to ask yourself, are those numbers replaceable in the portal and replaceable at a lower cost? Because I will tell you guys this. Stop the
He said, are they replaceable? But can you replace them at a lower cost? Yeah, the fact is, yes, you can replace them at a lower cost. But are they going to give you the same production? I'm not sure. That's a gamble you're taking. It's a gamble you're taking. But if I'm a betting man, they were not prepared for a lot of these players to leave. I'm sure of it.
press breaking news, that's sarcasm. A person getting in the portal for the very first time, their services can be obtained at a much cheaper price than the guy coming out of high school who has an inflated price that you're just betting on it may work out.
That don't make sense. He said a person getting in the portal for the first time, you can get them at a cheaper price. You're not getting Omarion Miller at a cheaper price. You're not getting Draylon Miller at a cheaper price. You're not. This is their first time hitting the portal. You didn't get Hill Green at a cheaper price. That was his second time hitting the portal. And Alabama paid him. Something, I told you something not right. I don't care how he slices it or dice it, it don't sound right.
Because now you have actual production numbers to negotiate with. You have things you've seen, and you got a hungry guy in the portal who's looking for an opportunity. And whereas the market may be saying that's a 300,000 position, he wants to play ball.
I know, Antoine. I was gonna get to that point, but you beat me to it. Just because these players said they're entering the portal don't mean you can't get them out the portal. Absolutely right, because the portal hasn't opened up yet. The portal opens up January 2nd. They still have enough time to say, hey, Taufeeq, man, how you doing, man? Taufeeq, who is their general manager on that team? Anybody know? Like, hey, Taufeeq, man, listen, you important to us around here. You know what I'm saying? You important to us around here. I make sure you get your 500,000, man. Like, for real. You're going to get your 500,000. Because we need people like Taufeeq that cares. We need him here. We need him. Like Taufeeq, man. You know what I'll say to him? Hey, Taufeeq, man, one of my biggest memories of you is not the interception with the broken hand. He can be like, what's my biggest memory is what you meant to this locker room. My biggest memories of you is your heart that you showed even when we were getting belt the ass. How you was still playing. That's what I'm going to remember you. Even poorer schools are paying. Poorer schools are paying. I don't know what you mean by poorer schools. You don't mean poorer schools. You mean smaller schools or something like that. No, they paying. I don't think they really want to pay these players, but you paid Jordan Seaton. Okay? So these players are saying your son got paid. So you're going to have to pay everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They not winning, guys. I'm sorry. And, I go hard for the team. You know what I'm saying? I go hard for them. And I'm a little disappointed on how they treating the players. I'm a little disappointed, man. And here's the thing. Coach Prime hasn't said anything. But Coach Prime, your representative, is talking. and he's not your representative. He's a part of your inner circle, and he's talking like this. That reflects on you. I'm a little disappointed, bro. I'm a little disappointed. Man. Y'all like, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't getting that money. Fuck y'all. Y'all not gonna win. Y'all not gonna win, bro. If y'all thinking like that. Like all he had was one interception. Yeah, but he got that interception with a broken hand. And he played hard. That ain't worth nothing to y'all. Y'all losing, bro. Y'all losing. I promise y'all that. Y'all losing. Y'all not gonna win. Not with that mentality. Unless he come and say, well, look, Uncle Neely don't speak for me. That's Uncle Neely. That's Uncle Neely. And that's the saving face. Coach Prime didn't say it. Uncle Neely said it. So I'm not talking about, well, we know Coach Prime didn't say it, right? Because my cousin just texted me. He said, well, Coach Prime didn't say it. Well, Uncle Neely said it. He said, keep it on Uncle Neely. So we're going to keep it on Uncle Neely. Okay? Uncle Neely said this. Coach didn't say this. Now, here's what Coach did say. He said, in order to get the talent, we're going to have to swipe the debit card. Remember he said that? We're going to have to swipe the credit card. So Coach knows he got to go pay these players. But if you look at a player like a Taufik Bayard and say, oh, you only had one interception, you ain't worth no $500,000. That's all he was trying to get. I thought he was trying to get more than that. I thought he was gonna get like $800,000-900,000 because y'all paid how much y'all paid that quarterback y'all had this year. It is proven that y'all can't replace people in the transfer portal because y'all haven't placed Shedeur. Y'all haven't. You may have replaced Shedeur, but you kept him on the bench. You may have replaced him, but you kept him on the bench and paid somebody else a lot of money, and he wasn't a replacement. So no, you can't always replace people in the transfer portal. Let's continue. I know what y'all saying. Shedeur Max. That's kind of extreme. Well, it is kind of extreme, but Shedeur is a quarterback. Shedeur is a quarterback. You said Shedeur got real sponsors money. Oh, you talking about because he got paid? I'm talking about the back end money. I'm not talking about the NIL. I'm talking about the money that the players are asking for. No, he's talking about Taufik Bayard. Taufik only got one interception this year. He's talking about Taufik. DJ McKinney has not said he entering the portal yet. Not yet. He's talking about Taufik. Taufik the one said he leaving. DJ McKinney didn't say he was leaving yet, even though I heard he is. No, Taufik had one interception this year with a broken hand. No, I mean I know what you're saying, Miss Anyway, but I'm taking what y'all saying and adding on to the chat. I'm not talking to you directly, but I'm reading. You guys are giving me some ideas because I might be wrong, so that's why I'm reading the chat and I'm incorporating what you guys are saying as well. Because we all having a discussion here. Just like Michael said, he wasn't talking about TB7. Yes, he was, because TB7 only had one interception this year. And he's saying, and he hit the portal. DJ McKinney didn't say he was hitting the portal. TB7 is hitting the portal. No, he said if a person only had one interception. Let's go back. Let's listen to it again. Hold on.
Are 40 receptions worth 500,000? I don't know. You tell me. Or can we pick up 40 receptions somewhere else? When you begin to do a deep dive on the totality of the players who have announced they're going into the portal, and
see, he's talking about the players that announced that they're going into the portal. DJ McKinney didn't say he was going to the portal yet. But I'm talking about as of right today. Taufik said he going. I like how you call him TB7. I like that. I like that TB7. He said he was going to the portal and he had one interception. Yes, he's worth 500,000. Yes, he's worth it.
and look at the impact production they had on a game by game basis or a season basis, you have to ask yourself, are those numbers replaceable in the portal and replaceable at a lower cost. Because I will tell you guys this: stop the press, breaking news. That's sarcasm. A person getting in the portal for the very first time to consider is this: the financial implications of the portal and the budget of a team. Show me someone who's departed a team and is worth 500,000 to keep them. Just throwing that number at you. 4 pass deflections worth 500,000? Or can we pick up 4 pass deflections, pass breakup somewhere else? 1 interception worth 500,000? I don't know. You tell me.
Taufeeq had 1 interception this year, and that was with a broken hand. And he's the one that said he entering the portal. He talking about him. I knew I heard it right. He talking about TB7. DJ McKinney didn't say he was entering the portal. He didn't say it. But I heard he is, though. So here's the thing. We're also looking at ceilings as well, because it takes a couple years to build a player. So even though Taufeeq only had 1 interception this year, his play is only going to get better as the years go on. He's going to turn into a premier player. I don't think Coach Prime and them, they have the patience to wait for somebody. They don't have the patience. That's what it seemed like. Oh, DJ held out for 500,000. Yeah, but then Taufeeq needs to get 500,000. He only had 1 interception. See, the thing is, are they willing to wait? Because look, you know what I think? What I think? He wants players to automatically just come and be stars now. He can't wait. You got to build it. It takes a time because, like I said, Kermani wasn't ready yet. He's ready now. He wasn't ready when he came. He's ready now. You have to wait a couple years. I don't think. See, there's such a on this team. There's such a panic to win that they're not building it the right way. It's a panic. It's like, okay, we need to go with some. You got an interception. We going with you. You ain't doing it no more. We going with you. That's what they did in the quarterback position. You know damn well they should have played that freshman. What were they doing? They had a whole big program of Shedeur giving this kid the keys, having Miss Peggy say, please come here, and they ain't playing him. They know damn well they should have played that kid. They know damn well they waited too long. They waited too long. I think it's just a pressure. I mean, they under a lot of pressure to win. It's a panic that it takes a while, guys, to build a team. It does. It takes a while. You're not going to do this by getting a bunch of people in the portal that never played together. Over 70%, okay, let's go win. It's not happening. Even he said it. We have a better team than we had when Travis and them was there. That's what he said. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you're not. No, you didn't. It wasn't a better team. You know why it wasn't a better team? Jimmy, NFL. Will Shepard, NFL. LeJontay Wester, NFL. BJ Green, NFL. Cameron Silman Craig, NFL. Shedeur, NFL. Travis, NFL. You lost 7 players on that team that went to the NFL. 7. Y'all weren't better. You guys are potentially going to be better in a couple years. If TB7 and everybody had stayed in a couple years, y'all would have been on top of the Big 12. Promise y'all that. Y'all be on top of the Big 12. But you got to keep players. You got to keep them. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep them a little bit. You guys couldn't even keep Rock. I told y'all to move Rock to center. Who is their general manager? Rock is a center. Rock is a center. Will you please move him to center? How much do Rock bench press and how much do he leg squat? If y'all don't put this man at center, y'all crazy. He's a center. He's a NFL center. And y'all letting him go. Rock is a center. He's not a guard. He's a center. I've been saying that since he was there. I said Rock is a center. He's one of the strongest people on that offensive line. He's a center. He's a center. Yeah, Rock leaving. He has I know what you're saying. Damn, he leaving. He ain't got no more eligibility. He must have took a medical red shirt year. He must have red shirted because he didn't get in the games this year. So he must have red shirted, which preserved his eligibility. But and also you can play 2 years as a grad student. He's a center. Rock, if you ever listen to this, you are a center. You are a center, Rock. You are not a guard. You are a NFL center. You're smart. You know why he's a center? Because he's really smart, which means that I know Rock understands defenses. I know he does because he's like a straight A student. That's what you need as a center. You need somebody smart as a center. He's a center. One more. Let's go back to Uncle Neely. Now, like I said, to be fair, guys, let me add the disclaimer. Coach Prime is not talking. Uncle Neely is talking. Okay, so let's just keep it low. Let's just keep this on Uncle Neely. Let's keep this smoke on him right now. Uncle Neely is giving it to us. Hold on. I gotta reset it.
Four pass deflections, pass breakup somewhere else. One interception worth 500,000? I don't know. You tell me. Or can we pick up one interception somewhere else? Or 40 receptions worth 500,000? I don't know. You tell me. Or can we pick up 40 receptions somewhere else? When you begin to do a deep dive on the totality of the players who have announced they're going into the portal and look at the impact production they had on a game by game basis or a season basis, you have to ask yourself, are those numbers replaceable in the portal and replaceable at a lower cost? Because I will tell you guys this. Stop the press, breaking news. That's sarcasm. A person getting in the portal for the very first time, their services can be obtained at a much cheaper price than the guy coming out of high school who has an inflated price that you're just betting on it may work out.
How much did they pay the quarterback? Do anybody know? How much did they pay the quarterback last year? Some people are throwing numbers out there saying they paid him $800,000. If you can pay him $800,000, y'all got some money somewhere. But they trying to get stuff on the low. No, y'all didn't get nothing on the low. Y'all got that quarterback for $800,000. And you see the production he gave y'all.
Because now you have actual production numbers to negotiate with. You have things you've seen, and you got a hungry guy in the portal who's looking for an opportunity. And whereas the market may be saying that's a 300,000 position, he wants to play ball and get the league, and you can get him for 150, 200. People are sleeping on the big business.
Bro, I get what Uncle Neely is saying. He trying to get him on the low. Okay, look. Yeah, go ahead, Tafiq. I know I know you asked for 500-600, but we gonna get your production. Somebody hungry in the portal on the low. That's where y'all got him at. Y'all got Tafiq from the portal. Oh my God, yo, this is horrible. He said, "Yeah, we can get somebody for about 150,000." You see what I'm saying? They not winning like that, yo. They not winning like that, bro. They not winning. I'm sorry, y'all. They not winning. He said, "Get them on the low."
Of college football these days and the impact of the portal has. But listen, as soon as the portal opens, man, I already know what time it is. Phone is gonna be buzzing, group chats going timeline screaming like somebody's pulled the fire alarm at Folsom. I get it. Unc, we're losing everybody. Unc.
Did you hear him? He's preparing us now, guys. They having a mass exodus. He's preparing us now, bro. I can see it now. It's gonna be crazy, bro. He said we get him on the low. He said, you know what I'm saying? I know he want about 500, but maybe we can go in the portal and get somebody hungry for 150,000. Hey, it's still a blessing to get 150,000 for me. It's still a blessing, but still. Hey man, I'm again, guys. Look, look. I just say this. This is Uncle Nearly. This ain't Bucky talking. This ain't Bucky because Bucky hadn't said this. It's not Bucky. This is Uncle Nearly. Uncle Nearly said we trying to get something on the low low. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, Tafiq. We ain't studying you. Go ahead and hit that portal and go get your money. Hey man, y'all paid what's his name 800,000. Y'all got some. They got money over there, guys. They might be trying to be a little cheap. Yeah, Tafiq should get paid. All right, let's listen to Neely. Let me give him a little saving grace. Let's listen to him.
The culture is gone. They don't know the school song. This don't feel right. I just say sit back and breathe.
Okay.
Colorado fans can tend to panic, not because something is wrong. They panic because they remember what it used to feel like, what it used to look like. I get that. I understand that. Not mad at it. Get it. Because trauma just don't disappear easy. Now, let's be honest, Colorado football has been hurt before. They know what losing looks like. And this past season reminded them of those days.
Hey, guys, y'all in trouble. Let me leave Neely alone, man. Let me leave Neely alone. Yo, it's Yo, coach, I know you at the Browns game, coach. I know you out there chilling with Shador. Will you please get your man, yo? Yo, coach, get your mans, yo. Yo, coach leave to go to Cleveland for one day to go chill with his son. And here come Neely, yo. It's Neely. It ain't me, Tremaine. Tremaine is Neely. Tremaine is Neely, man. Coach has gone for 24 hours to go see Shador in Cleveland. Bucky gone for 24 hours. Here go Neely. Neely is left in the office. Could you imagine Neely is now in Coach Prime office? Like, yeah, I got this, coach. Don't worry about it. I got these haters, coach. Okay, Neely, you sure? Because I'm going to go chill with Shador and them. You know what I'm saying? You sure you got it? Yeah, I got it, man. So Neely is left to his own devices. Okay? Fuck you. So what your little punk ass interception with a broken hand. So what? We go ahead and hit the portal, man. You ain't worth no 500,000. Go ahead, Neely.
But sometimes you just have to take a deeper dive and look at what is really going on.
Okay.
This is not a rebuild because things have fallen apart and things are going crazy. This isn't here we go again. No.
He said, wait a minute, do you hear him? This ain't no rebuild because it is. So he telling y'all it's a rebuild. He telling y'all this. This is going to be a massive roster overhaul. He is telling us now. He telling us.
This is not that. This is not that at all. This is a situation where a head coach told you what was going to take place. And I challenge anybody out there, get in the chat, email me, DM me, do something. Tell me something that has happened postseason Colorado football that Coach Prime didn't tell you was going to happen. Tell me that.
Okay, to be fair, he did say every team is going to lose a certain percentage of players. That's every team. So yeah, we know that. We know that. Yeah, we know that. Okay. All right, Neely.
Tell me. No, that's not the case. You can't.
See, he don't even have Big Dog Chico with him today. Usually with Big Dog Chico, he can reason his stuff out. Nearly by himself today. He ain't got Chico with him. Damn.
But fans will panic, and then the narrative framing starts coming. The locker room is fractured. Is Prime losing control? No. Colorado just gets clicks. Expectations have changed. Let's keep it real. Before Coach Prime just wanted to be competitive. Now we talk relevance. We're talking contention. We're talking grown man football. So when a player leaves now, it hits different because it feels different because the standard is higher. a higher standard equals shorter patience, and I understand that. But Coach Prime vowed that what happened this past season will never, ever happen again. And that takes making sweeping changes. And again, I'm not just talking about players. Some of y'all, when y'all look at these staff announcements of people are leaving or moving to different places, you have the mindset that this person is jumping ship. When the truth is, the indications were their time was up at Colorado because the direction Coach Prime wants to go in to ensure that a 3-win season never happens again calls for those kind of changes. So this is not the time to panic. It's the time to celebrate.
Mm.
And again,
Guys, the season is looking bleak. He said, "This is not a time to panic. This is a time to celebrate." Anybody talking like that is this shit looking bleak, man. You said BDS is staying. Is he? Did he get out the portal? You talking about Brandon Davis Swain? Is he out of the portal? I know he need to be. They need to get him out the portal. They need to get him out. Let me see it. You sitting up here. Let me see if he took his name off the portal. Because he need to. Some of these players need to. Let's see if they got him out. Braylon, Tafiq, Rock, McPherson, Tafiq, Omarion. Yeah, they got him out. They got Brandon Davis Swain out, guys. They got him out the portal. Let me check the other one. Yep, they got him out. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, they got him out. Yeah, just because they announced, you gotta start like, bro, we gotta get you out the portal. Let me see. Christian Hudson. They gotta get Draylon out the portal too. Tafiq, Thomas. They got what's his name in the portal? Dude, Gabrielle Lightfoot is in the portal. They got him in the portal. Tyler in the portal. Nah, Brandon Davis Swain, according to 247 Sports, he's still in the portal. He could be out. Let me see. Let me go look. They got Lightfoot in the portal. I thought he was supposed to be the heir apparent to Chidozie. Yo, they tripping, man. Let me see. Let me see if he announced that he's out. It's only one way to find out. You said T. Coleman back? I don't know. I don't know if they got him out the portal.
I'm gonna keep mentioning this. What has happened that Coach Prime didn't tell you was gonna happen? He told you there's gonna be players that we brought in here a year ago or 2 years ago who you had never heard of before. But we saw something in them and we coached them up and we get them to a higher threshold of numbers. And then the bag comes calling, the bigger bag, if you will, comes calling. 95% of the people you see leaving, this is Coach Prime talking months ago, are going to be leaving for the bag. And it's going to be looked at like something is wrong. Well, we just got to understand this ain't the same transfer process that it used to be. But I'll also challenge you with this when you look back on the portal days of Prime. When has a person left and those numbers not been replaced? When has a person hit the portal and they say go to the draft? When a person hits the portal, when have we not found a suitable number? The only example you could probably draw to the air is not even comparable because
Oh,
Shador
sorry.
Sanders was drafted. He didn't hit the
I meant I was muted. They didn't. He didn't replace Hood. He didn't replace Hood. He didn't replace Hillgreen, and they both entered the portal. Nope, he hasn't replaced them.
portal. And if there's any place on this past team that you could just see a clear defying difference in numbers in play, that would have been the quarterback position. But the rushing attempts and yards went up. We lost 4 receivers to the NFL, and there was no major drop off in yardage there. The offensive line got better. I think coach was right when he told y'all I hadn't forgotten how to coach in a year. That's not the case. So I understand that fear can come from caring, and I understand that that's passion, that's investment. I get that. But panic ain't the same as awareness, and I'm just trying to make y'all aware, dog. I'm just trying to put you up on game. Portal.
See right there, he's telling you that he's not just a fan. That's what he's telling you. He's trying to put us up on game. So guys, he's an insider. He's trying to put you up on game right now. I can't do that. I can't put y'all up on game on what's going on in that locker room. He can. I can't. So he's putting me up on game. You said no drop off in receiving because Miller. You said Dylan was good with no offensive line. He was. That was a huge loss when they lost Dylan. But they don't think so, though. You said the only production leaving is Omarion Miller and TB7 and Draylon. I think Draylon had an injury this year. But Draylon was solid, too. Yeah, but I know what you're saying right now. You said that's the only drop off, but they're saying there's more set to enter the portal. They just didn't announce it to the school yet. But there's at least 15 more that's entering the portal. Some of them are starters. So yeah, there's more coming. It's a roster overhaul coming. That's why Neely is talking the way he's talking. He said we'll get more people. He's right. They'll get more people. There's always going to be somebody want to play there, of course. But can you retain them though?
Movement don't mean collapse. It don't mean chaos, and it damn sure don't mean the culture is gone. Because as long as Coach Prime is there, you're going to have a Coach Prime culture, and that dude is a winner and knows how to win. He wants competition. He wants accountability. He wants pressure. Thrives on it, demands it, craves it, needs it. So that ain't the case. So we can stop all the overthinking this, trying to find the silver bullet is what's wrong. And I think there also needs to be some fairness and balance in how we report these things. We always love to mention a person is leaving, but when do we just go to the next paragraph and mention what that production was that you're losing? We love to do it when there's.
Okay, you're saying Draylon Miller is not that good, but the coaching staff, the one said they identified him as being a Deebo Samuel. They said that. They said that he's Deebo Samuel. And also, Draylon Miller was catching for Shador Sanders at his pro day as a freshman. That says a lot. That says for Shador to trust you to throw at his pro day, no, he is good. Don't let them say he ain't good. He is good. He is good. If Shador trusted him enough to throw at his pro day, because Draylon was there in front of all those NFL people, and they were asking about Draylon, by the way. He was throwing to Draylon at his pro day. No, he is good. He is. He is. He is. I mean, when people say he's not that good, say he had dropped balls, y'all said the same thing about Jimmy Horn, but he's playing for the Carolina Panthers over there. He's over there playing for the Carolina Panthers. And I had to battle people when they said, "Oh, he dropped balls, Max. Jimmy Horn not that good." Yeah, but he playing for the Carolina Panthers. You understand what I'm saying to you? He is that good. Okay? Have you ever thought about this? Maybe The quarterback couldn't get Draylon the ball. Maybe he couldn't get it to him. Maybe they had bad quarterback play. Okay? Maybe that was the case. Y'all didn't say nothing about Draylon when Shador was there. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't. No, you didn't. No, Draylon is good. He for sure is.
There's a guy coming in. I can go out here and get a linebacker right now, and I can tell you how he's going to help this program. And the first thing people do was, well, he didn't do anything where he was. Okay. Numbers are what they are. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I'm with you on that. But why don't we do that when people leave? Things that make you say, And why do we act like this is just a Colorado issue? The Auburn transfer portal, and the portal hadn't even opened the list as long.
Yeah, because I'm not following Auburn or Alabama. If I was following them teams, I will be talking about the players that's leaving them teams. I'm following Colorado. I'm saying y'all have an issue with winning next year. Y'all might not even have enough players to play the spring game. That's how dire this is right now. Because there's something about when players transfer in, they have to be enrolled in order to play in the spring game. Some of these players might not be available by the time the spring game comes. They might not even have spring ball. That's how dire this is. The portal only opens up once this time, guys. It don't open up twice. It opens up once. So they're going to have to, you know what they're going to have to do? They're just going to have to just sign players, yo. That's how it's going to be. I honestly think when he got here, he honestly thought because of who he is, the floodgates was going to open up and players was just going to come to him because of who he was. That it's not it. It's not the case. You got to work for it. You got to work for it. You got to go to these people's houses. You got to go to these people. You got to figure out how to keep the players and go. You might have to ground pound. I honestly think he felt that way because of who he is. Because he got Travis Hunter. Shit, if he can get Travis, he can get anybody. I think he felt like he was going to get his. He might have been thinking he was going to be the new Coach Saban of college football or something. I honestly think so. And that because of who he is, the players are going to gravitate to him, all the dogs. If that was the case, yeah, then the transfer portal would have worked. It's not the case. He got lucky in the transfer portal, though. He did get a few good players in the transfer portal. He did get Hill Green. He did get Tafiq. He did get the Hood and all of them, but they all left again. They all left. So I honestly think maybe he thought they were coming, but they're not. They're gonna have to ground pound and work for this one. They really are. They're gonna have to ground pound and work for it. And it's yet to be seen. We'll see if they do it or not. But I'm being real with you right now. This is gonna be a couple years to rebuild. Don't think they're gonna do something next year. For sure. I don't know. They could surprise me though. We'll see.
Long as my arm. When you look around the nation at Power 4 schools, blue blood football schools who've lost their quarterbacks to the portal. But we want to stop the press because you lost a D lineman who was hurt most of the year and never really played. You know,
He's talking about Brandon Davis Swain. That's bad the way he said that, guys. How he's talking about him, that's bad, yo. He said, just because we're losing a defensive lineman that was hurt most of the year. So what? We're losing him. That's how he feels about him. So what? So what? He was hurt most of the year. So what? We losing him. So what? We ain't losing nothing. They don't care about these kids. They not winning, guys. The problem is because it's coming from the coaches and up top. That's the problem. I'm identifying it. Yeah, he talking about Lightfoot. Yeah, he might be talking about Lightfoot. So does it mean that he can't produce next season? What if he come back healthy and produce and be an All-American for you guys? You guys not ever gonna know that. He might go somewhere else and be an All-American now. Yeah, he maybe not talk, but wasn't he hurt too? Wasn't Swain hurt? Because he didn't start the whole year. He might have been hurt too. Maybe he is talking about Lightfoot. They do listen to the podcast, Tremaine. I know for a fact they do. They do listen. They do listen. They most certainly do. Yeah, but the thing is, oh, this person didn't contribute anyway. He was hurt. He didn't do nothing for us. Let him go. That's the wrong mentality. See, their mentality is, okay, we lost all these games. These kids are not salvageable. I think that's what they think. Guys, they're not going to get what they want in the portal. They're not getting it. They're not going to get it, yo. They're not going to get it. And plus, they trying to get people on the low. Maybe we can go get somebody for 100 some thousand and not pay them 500. If that's the mentality that they have, guys, I already know. You said LSU have 9 players entering the portal. Yeah, but what are they going to have next year though? You see what I'm saying? Are they going to recoup that? And what did their foundation look like? We might be, Tremaine. But look, they could prove us wrong. They could prove us wrong and then get all the dogs in the portal. But not when Lane Kiffin them around throwing money. It's gonna be hard to get who he's looking for. I know what Coach Prime is looking for. I know exactly what he's looking for, but they're not gonna get it. Or they did have it. Actually, they did get lucky a few times and they did get it. They had Chidozie. They do get lucky. They do get it. They were right about Tafiq. They got him, but they're losing him. You said these kids asking for too much with no tape. Ask yourself, somebody leaving out, pay 500,000 for the mistake. Hold on one second. He said something. This is hilarious. Watch this.
So again, ask yourself, when you see somebody leaving out, would you pay 500,000 for them to stay?
Tafiq, yes.
When you see somebody leaving out, go look at their numbers. Can that production be found in the portal? Maybe even an example of you can get 2 or 3 players for the price of one, because some of those new guys in the portal are hungrier.
I know what he's saying. Like, it's just funny the way he's saying it. He said we can get 2 or 3 players for the price of one. He's right about that. You can. You know what I'm saying? All right, Tafiq leaving, but we can get 2 or 3 Tafiqs in the portal. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. I get what he's saying though, but this is how he's saying it. He said we can go get 2 or 3 for that price.
Out. Go look at their numbers. Can that production be found in the portal? Maybe even an example of you can get 2 or 3 players for the price of one.
Boo Carter is in the portal. Yes, he is. Maybe they might get him. Maybe they might get him.
Because some of those new guys in the portal are hungrier, need that opportunity, and they're not in there for the bag. They're in there for the right situation. And you can end up losing a receiver and picking up 3 under the cost of the one. Maybe we should start looking at it that way.
Okay, guys, that's how they're looking at it. Neely represents them. He represents them, even though let's be fair, Coach is not saying that Neely is. But he said, okay, Omarion leaving, for whatever Omarion asking, we can get 3 players for the price of one. I get what he's saying, but you better hope that the 3 players you get in is more productive than Omarion. Because what did Coach say to Omarion at one of the games, the last couple games? He said he pulled Omarion. He said, I don't know, kid, I don't know how you doing it, but you're doing it when Omarion catch the touchdowns. He said that. He said, I don't know how you doing it, but you're doing it. He better hope that for the price of Marion, he can get 3 players that's better than Omarion. He said that are hungry. So hopefully they're taking a gamble. So hopefully they can capitalize on the gamble. But if they're the type of team that ain't trying to pay nobody, only trying to play a few people, you damn sure played Jordan Seaton. You paid him. Okay? Don't act like you can't pay nobody, Neely, because y'all paid Jordan Seaton. Y'all paid the quarterback that came in. Okay, you paid the other quarterback. Y'all are paying. But you trying to be cheap and like, you ain't deserve. I'm gonna go get 3 people to replace you. It's not the right mentality, guys. It's not.
But I will assure you of this. As a guy who sits in team meetings,
Oh,
attends practices, position meetings with the coaches, I'm sensitive.
hold on. He is telling us he's an insider. Okay, guys, I'm doing like this. This is a universal call sign of distress. I put my hands up. So may it be. So may it be. And so may it be. He just said it. He said, I'm coming from he's an insider. He's telling us what his circle is saying. Let's listen to it. I'm sorry to be acting like Funk Master Flex. Keep cutting it off. Let's listen.
Looking at it that way. But I will assure you of this. As a guy who sits in team meetings, attends practices, position meetings with the coaches, I'm sensitive to the information I'm privy to and how or why or when it should be put out. Because one thing I'll never do is make a player not look smart, not look tough, not look fast, not look disciplined with character. Always going to keep the player's best interest in mind. And y'all heard old Unc say time and time again, totally support the transfer portal, totally support players going after a bigger bag. Because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, 95% of the people ain't going pro. This is your first, last, and only opportunity to make money playing college ball. And if somebody wants to pay you more, even ridiculously overpay you to have you come play for them, you should go play for them. But if you're in that 5 or 10% bandwidth, depending on the year, that has a real opportunity to go to the NFL, you should value NFL over NIL and look at what the coaches have done before.
All right, here's the problem though. If you're looking for players that value NFL over NIL, you still have to pay them. Because though future NFL players, you have to pay them to be on your roster. You have to. You have to pay them. So you're going to be paying anyway. If they're NFL caliber players, I promise you're going to pay them. I promise you, if there's an NFL caliber player on your team that's asking for $500,000, you're paying him $500,000. I promise you this. You're paying Jordan Seaton. Y'all paying him. He's a future NFL player. Y'all paying him. He riding around in a Maybach. So that means he getting money from somewhere. Now, it's a favoritism y'all playing. Y'all playing favorites. That's what y'all playing. Y'all, I'm being real. Y'all playing favorites. And I'm reading y'all because of Neely. Neely is the one say that he privy going to these meetings. So I know what y'all can say. Well, Max, Neely is talking. Coach is not talking. No, Neely is just telling us he's an insider. He said he go to position meetings and he try to decide when he put the information out. Okay? He shouldn't be talking. I'm telling y'all, he shouldn't be talking. He shouldn't be talking right now. He's making this worse. He shouldn't be talking. And I don't have nothing against Uncle Neely. I don't. But he shouldn't. If I was privy, let me tell y'all something real quick. If I'm hanging around the team and I'm getting footage and I'm blossoming on my channel, I'm not talking like this. If anybody's gonna talk, Coach Prime has to be the one to talk, not me. Unless they tell me to say it. Even if they tell me I have to say it with a certain way. Okay? Because if you got NFL caliber players on your team that's transferring in, you best believe y'all paying them a bag. You can't be cheap in this nature of college football because y'all not gonna compete with the Oregons. Y'all not gonna compete with everybody else that's spending all this money on their roster to go get these caliber players. If you trying to say, okay, let Omar leave, I can get 3 other players to replace. Okay, all right, let's see how that works. But Neely is saying it. I don't think he should be saying this though. I really don't.
Their track record? Have they been there and done that? Have they helped people get there and do that? But here's the final point to it all. This process ain't going nowhere. It's going to happen every December. Someone is going to be announcing that they're leaving before those can announce that they're coming. And so the panic will set in. And I understand that panic is passion and we thrive and live off passion, but I just want you to be aware of the facts. There's no internal dilemma. There's no programmatic upheaval. This is just what Coach Prime told you in October and November was going to happen. We have some people here who are going to be leaving us and they're going after a bigger bag and we wish them well. But just you wait and watch and see who comes into Colorado and will that production be replaced? We're not going to be the same team we were last year. Coach Prime has vowed to you that'll never happen again on his watch.
No, let me say I was on mute. What you guys said was this current team y'all have was better than Travis and them team. That's what y'all said. No, it wasn't. And no, it wasn't. You guys said this team is better. We got a mobile quarterback that can do some things. Remember, I don't forget anything. I remember what they said at the beginning. We got a mobile quarterback that moved like Michael Vick. No, they didn't say that, but we got a mobile quarterback, and we better than he said. They better than Travis and Shador's team. That was smoke and mirrors. No, it wasn't. No, you're not. What's that dude? What's his name? They be on what's that dude? I need his sound bite. The dude that be on that used to be on Adam 22 show. No Jumper. What's his name? He like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not better than Travis and them. That wasn't a better team. Now, y'all had some stars on the team, though. See, the thing is, just because they only won 3 games don't mean they have NFL caliber players on the team. Obviously, Jordan Seaton is one of them. Taufik is one of them. Omarion is one of them, even though they don't think so. I know they don't. But Coach, the one said it on the sidelines. He said, I don't know how you do it, Omarion. I don't know how you do it, but you're doing it, son. I don't know how you be doing it. So I don't know if Neely should be the one talking here. Because, okay, you saying let's see who we get in the portal. Okay, we'll see. We'll see who we get in the portal. Hopefully they tear it up. Maybe they'll go get Julian Sand and Caleb Downs to not go to the draft and come to Colorado. Maybe they might do it. Maybe they might be pulling them type of players. They might get the whole damn defensive line from Michigan. I don't know. They might be in talks with them right now. So he's right. They could shut me up. Like, yeah, Max, shut up, man, because we got some ball. We got some steppers coming in. Okay, we'll see, because y'all losing steppers. Taufik Bayard is a stepper. Y'all losing steppers. Brandon Davis Swain is a stepper. Okay? So we'll see if you replace these steppers or not. Yeah, you're going to get some players in that's hungry and want to get a name for themselves. But can you keep them, though? This is bad, yo. Neely shouldn't have said nothing.
So much so that players that are coming in, it's not about the player personnel department. It's not about the recruiting staff. He eyeballs them. He talks to the agents. He talks to the players. So these people saying, "Oh, we're missing because Coach Prime don't go do home visits." I have never heard a player from Alabama or Georgia or anybody in this current playoff say the only reason I'm at school X is because the head coach came to my house. Never heard that. Stop it. It's not 1985. This is 2025. There are way more ways to communicate with a person than going on a home visit. And you better believe Coach Prime is doing that. Because as he's told you, he will not miss again. He's accepted responsibility. It's all on him as head coach. And he's told you what's going to happen in everything to date.
I don't know, Antoine. This could be a possibility. I believe they are going for another quarterback. DJ Langway, he could be a possibility that they could get a DJ Langway. We'll see. But I honestly think they will go after another quarterback. But if they go after another quarterback, they got to be careful though. If they go after another quarterback, that means Julian might go into the draft. The draft. He might go into the portal unless he redshirt again. Because remember they told him to redshirt. So I don't know. They could go after. They could go after another quarterback. Now, if they go after DJ Langway, even though he didn't have a good situation at Florida, he's still proven though that he can play. DJ Langway, he still can. He's proven that he can do something. But you're gonna have to spend more than they spent on the last quarterback. They're gonna have to spend at least $2 million, at least 1.5, at least 1.2 to get him there. So you think they'll do it? And they already paying Julian millions of dollars. So that doesn't make sense. Unless Julian is leaving, unless Juju is leaving, they think they will have to pay millions for a quarterback. And there are some quarterbacks in the portal right now that they can get. The Arizona State quarterback that beat us, he's in the portal. Langway is in the portal. Another one is in the portal. I forget his name. He's in the portal. So yeah, it depends on what Juju is doing. But I think I would like to just develop Juju, but we'll see. We'll see what they do there. That's an important position that they have to get right.
Has happened just like he said it would. Why panic? He told you. He told you there's going to be major staff changes all across the board. He told you that the majority of the defense was going to be headed out, that we had to revamp the defense. That's what you see happening. Y'all were the ones upset that there were 2 back-to-back 50-point games. You were the ones upset that we had 14-point leads and gave them up. And now that you see a revamping of players again, remember, have to go out before those can come in. The portal hasn't even opened yet. And you won't panic to set in. I tell you, there's nothing to panic about.
Okay, so what he's saying is, I get what he's saying. Look, we only won 3 games, so we're emptying the swamp. Okay, but who are you getting? Who are you gonna get in the portal though? That's what I'm worried about. Or who are you gonna get? Yeah, Dylan Raiola is in the portal. Are you gonna go get Dylan Raiola? Then I'll stop talking. Are you gonna get some hot shot receivers that's in the portal? We'll see. They might get them, guys. They might get them. So, and then they're gonna have to do a lot of filler spots, like bring people in to fill up that roster. They're gonna have to do a lot of that. But if they can go get all starters that are steppers, then okay, then I'll shut up. Okay, if they go get like all the starters that's in the portal, I'm talking about proven, bona fide production people at their other schools. I'm not talking about lower schools. I'm talking about the SEC. I'm talking about these top other schools. If you can go get some of their steppers, then I'll shut up. You know what I'm saying? Because they said that this team was better than Shador and them team that went to a bowl game. We got a better team now. That wasn't the case. He's talking about Neely. Harder Sports. He's talking about Neely. I mean, you might be saying stop listening to Neely, but Neely just said that he's with the team. He's with the positional meetings. He's at the meetings when things count. He's there. So he's trying to put us up on game. So yes, he is somebody to listen to. He's asserting himself that he's someone of authority at Colorado. Now I know what you're saying. Well, Coach ain't there. I know Coach don't took he don't took a trip to see Shador playing hell breaking loose. I know Coach didn't say it, but Neely's saying it.
All is well at Colorado football, and just you wait and see. The people that are coming in are going to upgrade these particular positions.
Okay, did you hear him? Okay, I'm gonna give him that, guys. I'm gonna give him that. He said the players that are coming in are gonna upgrade the positions. So that means he going after Caleb Downs. He going after Julian Sand. Yeah, I know he ain't in the portal. Max Julian Sand ain't in the portal. I don't know. He might could get him. Or Dylan Raiola. So think about it. They might be in talks to go get some major dogs. So let me stop. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see, Nearly. We're gonna see.
We're going to have an outstanding spring for preparation and
Okay.
summer as well. Because what you have now, you got your quarterback. You got your quarterback. And I'll say to the people out there, as Coach Prime has put it, most of these people that you knew were leaving, you knew they were leaving. The only one that caught me off guard personally, even professionally, Alex McPherson. I thought he'd be a next year departure. I thought he'd be one of those guys that comes back for another year and then the value goes through the roof and he takes the departure.
Why can't y'all pay him if his value go through the roof? Guys, they not winning at this level, bro. They not winning at this level. Okay, if Alex McPherson do well, why don't y'all pay him? You already heard what the Oregon y'all paying Seton. Why can't y'all pay Alex McPherson? You said, well, I thought he'll stay another year. His value go through the roof and he'll go leave. Y'all not saying that about Jordan Seton. His value is through the roof. Y'all still trying to keep him. Y'all have to do the same thing with other players. You just can't play a couple players millions of dollars and let everybody else not eat. Nah, that's not happening. Y'all not winning, bro. No, sir. Y'all not winning like that. Y'all not winning like that, man. Unless y'all money is stretched. Unless this is the only thing I can see. Unless they only have a certain amount of budget. If they only have a certain amount of budget, that I could see. Because if somebody value goes through the roof, then they gotta let them leave because they can't afford it. They can only afford the quarterback and Jordan Seton. That's the only thing they can afford. That's what they're telling me. They paid this quarterback. They said $800,000. So why can't you pay McPherson if his value go through the roof? Maybe the money is stretched. That's the only thing I can think of.
Other than that, there has not been a name that even I didn't know was leaving. So the coaching staff knew it. Relax, y'all.
Okay.
It's not a Colorado problem. It's not a Coach Prime problem.
Okay.
This is the new era of college football. And it's an era of college football that's been taking place now for the past 3 years.
Okay. He said, just y'all relax. I'm going to relax. I'm going to relax. Jermaine, listen, relax. Relax, man. Relax, Antoine. Relax. Y'all relax. I'm going to relax. He said, because we bringing in some names now. But you got to pay some of these names. I think they're trying to get some people on the low, on the cheap. They're not going after the big dogs, because the big dogs cost a lot of money. You said those players listen to them agents. College football is ruined. There is a lot of agents. There is a lot of agents calling shots. It is, and talking to these teams. But if coaching them not willing to pay them, they're not going to get the big dogs. They're not. Maybe they're trying to stretch it. That's the only thing I can say. That's what makes sense. Now, here's the thing. Can they go get 3 wide receivers? Because if they like, damn, we can't pay Omarion, but if we can go get 3 dogs in the portal, that is true. They can go find some dogs that may surprise you, but they're taking gambles, though. They're taking gambles. Now, the already proven players that's in the portal right now, they're not going to be able to afford them. They're already telling us this. They're going to go get what they can get. And I understand that, but they need to just say it. If they being cheap and stretching, I heard they asking for $27 million or something like that. That's money. They got money. If they asking for 20-some million for their roster, they do have money. But the thing is, if they're trying to stretch and yeah, guys, they're not gonna do nothing. Not like this. But like he said, we'll wait and see. They definitely not bringing a Dylan Raiola there. They're not. They're not doing that. Because Dylan Raiola going to go somewhere and get $5 million. They're definitely not bringing him in, or maybe $3 million. I think $5 million is a lot. I mean, he'll go get $3-4 million, maybe 3. Listen, we have to. I had already provided the disclaimer, Steph. Coach Prime didn't say this. His boy did. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's up with Shador right now, having a good time. Okay, Neely is the one that got the seat right now. He does. He ain't even got Chico with him tonight. He said, "Listen, man, y'all, we gonna get some players. Yeah, y'all gonna get some players, but are y'all gonna get like a Julian Bond type of receiver, or you gonna get somebody like me?" Y'all gotta laugh at that when you heard me get somebody like me. Are you gonna get somebody like Julian Bond? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna get somebody like me, man, that you can pay 60,000 to? You know what I'm saying? You can pay me 60,000, and then y'all gonna be like, "All right, we coming, y'all. Look at Matt, we coming. Yeah, we coming, all right. But shit, I don't know we gonna win. Are you gonna go out there? They got lucky when they got Chidozie. They got lucky. Are they gonna find another Chidozie? He said they needed like 3 or 4 wide receivers from the portal. They'll get them. They're gonna get their 3 or 4 wide receivers from the portal. Don't worry about that. They are. But are they gonna get like a Julian Bond type of player? Or are they gonna get somebody like me? Think about it. They are gonna get some people that's hungry. He's right about that. They are. They're gonna get a lot of people that's hungry. You said Seton, Yo-Yo, and Larry Johnson. Yeah, they still there. Well, I thought Larry Johnson was he didn't have no more eligibility. Is he still there? Because they did get it right in the offensive line. They did. Yo-Yo is good. But Yo-Yo is not good because of them. They got lucky and got Yo-Yo. They got lucky and found somebody that's worth something. They got lucky with him. Now, if Yo-Yo have a breakout season next year, are they going to pay him? Probably not. Yeah, you said that young wide receiver that's still from Tulane. They might get him. Yeah, they're gonna get some receivers in, man, that are hungry to do something. But what if they have a breakout season? Can they pay them to stay? It's just you're gonna take a gamble each season. It's not work. It's not sustainable, man. I don't care what Neely is saying. Neely, listen, this channel is a really big ally of y'all's. You know what I'm saying? I go hard. I'm a big ally, but I also keep it real now too. I keep it real. I see that this ain't looking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keep. I know what you're saying, Neely, but shit don't look good. It don't. You said, can y'all win with 2 to 4 star guys? Look at Indiana. Yeah, they can. But Indiana kept their people though. They kept their quarterback. You said it's one season at a time, bro. College football is ruined. You ain't lying. You do got to keep you do got to take this one season at a time. But their their formula hasn't worked yet. It hasn't. It hasn't. Indiana does have a bankroll. Indiana is being backed by who's the billionaire again? No, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you wrong about Indiana. Indiana people getting paid there. Yeah, they getting paid. They backed by a billionaire. I forget his name. The Oracle guy is back in Michigan. I want to say it's Michael Dell or somebody. It's a billionaire that's back in Indiana. I can't remember who it is. No, they got money over there. No, they paying their players over there. Their players, Go look at the Indiana quarterback NIL. Go look at it. It's like $2, $3, $4 million. He's getting like $4 million a season. They paying their players over there. Yeah, Mark Cuban, thank you. You can't. Indiana ain't good. Indiana is breaking bread over there. Yeah, they bought it. They bought a team. Indiana bought a team. They most certainly did. And they said you can just give us back our right tackle, please. Please give, because y'all give him back. You said the only place where you can find talented players on the low is D2, D3, NIIA, JUCO, FCS. That's it. In high school. Yeah, you do got some people in the JUCO, but you got to have somebody out there doing the research to find them. See, you just don't recruit players right now. Recruiting is a 24-hour business. It takes a while to find these players. You just can't find them in the off season right now. I had to been working when Coach Prime got there. Watch this. The players that I find now are the players that I was researching when Coach Prime first got there. That's how this works. Y'all get it now? You just can't find players mysteriously like that. You have to been putting the work in 24/7 when Coach Prime first announced that he was going to Colorado. Those are the players that you find in now. They need somebody to really be 24/7 hitting the ground. I'll do it if they want me to. I'll put my hat out there, but I need a salary though. And I need travel money because I need to hit all the JUCOs up. I need to go to find these Pacific Islanders. I need to go talk to them. I gotta go talk to their parents. Okay. I don't give a damn if the person's in New Mexico. I'm gonna find them. I got to visit all these high schools. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, right? The players that I find right now is the future players. The future. I'm going to recruit for the future. I'm going to find them. Okay? I will find them. And another thing, you have to go watch the football. You got to go to all these high school games. You got to talk to parents. You said they go to Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Maryland, Virginia, and Vegas, Cali. Yeah, Cali, especially Cali. Cali is really big for JUCO. So you're gonna have to see who they're gonna get in the portal. There's some good players in the portal right now that Colorado can get right now. And it will make you say, oh, damn, they are building a new roster. Okay, cool. We'll see. I wouldn't count them totally out, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. This is we can stop talking this year. This year we ain't got to talk no more. It's just all about y'all going to get it. I don't want to hear that this team is better than last year's team because we've already heard that. Now it's just all about proving it now. Okay, let's see what y'all going to get the dogs. Let's go see. You know, you said I heard coach needs to win 8 games this upcoming season. I personally don't see it like that. Even if they still losing, I understand it's still a rebuilding phase. Because I know a championship team, Indiana wasn't built overnight. That wasn't built overnight. That took about 3 to 4 years to get where you are now. You see what I'm saying? That took a while. I would be saying 2027. That's how I'm looking. 2027, 2028 season. Yeah, the screening process is intense, right. You said they were bringing talent that we've never heard of. You said they were bringing, okay. I hope they do. I hope they do. You said Fernando Mendoza started at Cal, then transferred to Indiana. Oh, he was only there one season. Damn, they got lucky in that transfer, Fernando Mendoza. They got lucky there. Yeah, good looking on that, Antoine. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the other donation, by the way. You said the only places where, yeah, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Antoine. I'm sitting here just kind of like dazed. I ain't even thank you for the concert. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't realize he went to Cal. Thank you for that. So maybe coach can do that. How long is rebuilding phase if this is his fourth year? I don't know, Corey. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This ain't working. We'll see. But Neely said, relax. He told us, relax now. We got it. Relax. He said, wait till y'all see who we bringing in. Relax now. So he told us to relax. So I'm like, I'm going to relax. You said Coach Prime never met some of these players until right for the season. That won't happen again. Yeah, I hope not. Well, last season he couldn't help it. So yeah, you always got to meet with the coach. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. We'll see, man. I'm not counting them out yet, totally, but it don't look good, bro. They saying at least 15 more people hitting the portal. Yeah. So we'll see. But you guys take it easy. I will catch you guys on the next.